What shattered your heart into so many pieces you don't think you'll ever be able to put it back together? When I first met Linda 25 years ago, she was a single mom recovering from a difficult divorce. Marcus was her bright but angry teenager who'd been through a lot. His biological father had beat them, then remarried and started a new family, basically abandoning Marcus. I understood I was stepping into a complicated situation. Thing was, I never tried to be his dad. I told Marcus early on that I was just David, and I'd be whatever he needed me to be. For years, that meant just being the reliable adult who showed up. I taught him to parallel park in the high school parking lot. I was there at 2 a.m. when he got food poisoning at college. I co-signed his first apartment lease when his credit wasn't good enough. But there's one night that defined everything between us. Marcus was 16 when 3 seniors from his school jumped him after a basketball game. They'd been harassing him for months about being abandoned trash. They beat him with bats, left him in the parking lot. I found him because he'd managed to call me. His jaw was broken, ribs cracked, internal bleeding. While waiting for the ambulance, he kept apologizing for getting blood on my shirt. At the hospital, when they said he needed emergency surgery, he grabbed my hand. "Don't leave me alone, Dad, please." First and only time he called me Dad. I didn't leave. I stayed all night and told my boss I couldn't come in so I could stay with him. When he woke up terrified, I was there. For the next 6 months, I drove him to school because he was too scared to walk. I sat in the parking lot all day in case he needed me. Went to every police interview, every court date. When those kids got off with community service and Marcus had a panic attack in the courthouse bathroom, I held him while he cried. On top of that, Linda and I had twin daughters, Sarah and Emma, now 22, when Marcus was 16. I remember being worried he'd feel replaced, but he seemed to adore his little sisters so much it brought us closer. He'd babysit them with me. He taught them to ride bikes, and even came home from college just to see their school plays. But that was with them. With me, there were always boundaries. Like when he graduated from business school, I wasn't in any of the family photos, just Linda and him. When he got promoted to regional manager at his company, Linda told me privately that he'd specifically asked her not to bring me to the celebration dinner. It stung, but I understood, or I tried to. The real pain came during Linda's illness. She battled pancreatic cancer for 8 months, and Marcus was there constantly. We worked as a team, taking shifts at the hospital, managing her medications, advocating with doctors. For the first time in 25 years, I felt like we were truly family, but the feeling was bittersweet, countered by the fact the love of my life was dying, in too much pain to even say my name as her eyes closed for the last time. After Linda died, Marcus handled most of the funeral arrangements while I was barely functional. He gave a beautiful eulogy about how his mother had been his only real parent, and how he was grateful she'd shown him what unconditional love looked like. Sarah and Emma were sobbing next to me, and I saw several people glance our way with confusion. The day after the funeral, Marcus hugged me and said, "Thanks for everything you did for Mom, David. She was lucky to have you." Then he left. That was the last real conversation we've ever had. For months, I called him weekly, left voicemails asking how he was doing, updating him about his sisters, inviting him to Sunday dinners. Nothing. The girls tried reaching out too. Sarah told me he responded to her texts with single-word answers. Emma said he claimed he was too busy with work to visit. This past summer, Sarah graduated from college. Marcus didn't come. He sent a card with a check, but no explanation. Emma was furious. He promised me when I was 8 that he'd be at all our big moments, she told me through tears. I guess that promise died with Mom. 2 weeks ago, Sarah called me. Apparently, Marcus had been talking to his girlfriend about how lonely the holidays would be this year. The girlfriend reached out to Sarah on social media, suggesting that maybe the family should extend an olive branch and invite Marcus for Thanksgiving. Sarah thinks I should call him personally. "He's probably waiting for you to make the first move, Dad," she said. "Yes, both girls call me Dad. He knows he's always welcome," I told her. "But maybe he needs to hear it from you directly," Sarah insisted. Emma disagrees. "He's a 38-year-old man who ghosted his family," she said. "Why should Dad chase after someone who clearly doesn't want to be here?" The truth is, I'm exhausted. I spent 25 years trying to earn a place in Marcus's life, respecting his boundaries, never pushing too hard. I supported him financially through school, celebrated his achievements from whatever distance he set, and loved him the best way I knew how. When Linda was alive, she was the bridge between us. She'd make excuses for both of us, smooth over the awkward moments, insist we were making progress. Without her, I don't know how to navigate this relationship anymore. I want Marcus at Thanksgiving. I want him to know his sisters miss him. I want to tell him about the scholarship fund I'm setting up in Linda's name and ask his input. I want some kind of family from the ruins of our grief, but I don't know if he wants to be here. Full story on channel, linked below.